Live from Studio 7E in Rockefeller Center, this is News 4 New York.
Boy, so much to worry about. The economy, politics, and of course our families. For some, it can just be totally overwhelming. But a new book by Ocean Palmer suggests some ways that we can better understand and deal with our fears. It's called Managing the Worry Cycle: How to Improve Your Life by Worrying Less. And the author, Ocean Palmer, joins us in Studio 70 now. Good morning.
Well, good morning.
I was worried you wouldn't get here all the way from out west. Touche. Just kidding. How you doing?
I'm doing super. Thank you.
Good, good. Nice to see you. Well, we're all going to worry.
Right.
Point blank. There's no such thing as no worries, despite Bobby McFerrin. Don't worry, be happy.
Right.
But you say that we can control those words to some extent.
I think it's important everybody understands, that it's okay to worry, and some worry is good, but some worry is toxic. It's really toxic to you emotionally. So what I really want to do is to teach people, okay, here are the things you're likely to worry about. Here's what you should focus on. Here's what doesn't belong in your mind at all. And here's how your mind processes different types of things in different ways. And so some worry, things that our actions can control, that our actions can remedy. Controllable worries, those are good because they can inspire positive change. But when we start dwelling on things that are beyond our control to remedy, which is actually 40% of the noise in somebody's worry circle,
really?
40% the things in there are beyond their control. The mind processes those much differently, and it's a very, very bad way that the mind processes them. The mind takes those things to the worst possible extreme, which almost never happens. And so, it just creates compound layers of stress in your mind. And those things don't belong in your head in the first place. So I urge people, treat your mind like a castle with the drawbridge, lower the drawbridge, sweep that stuff out, and then raise the drawbridge back up to protect yourself.
Can you give us some tangible examples? I mean,
Yeah,
everybody,
sure.
We all worry about certain things. We worry about our jobs. We worry about our families. We worry about, but what kind of things can I just throw out of my head?
Well, there's three categories of things we worry about. Things you can control, things you can influence. The parenting, great example of that.
Yes.
Because you can influence it, but you can't
not
control
necessarily
it.
control right at all times.
And then there are things that are beyond your control. And I think, the economy is a great example of that. And I think to some extent, job stability falls into that category too, because if you're, what you can control is doing great work and being a positive influence in the workplace.
Right.
But you can't control the destiny of the corporation necessarily. And if your number comes up, it comes up. But it leads to a very important thing too, Pat, and it's vital that everybody understands how the mind operates and deals with a major change. Right? And so,
sure.
And it goes through 4 distinct steps. And step 1 is the build up to it, including the change itself. Step 2 is the panic stage. It's an emotional reaction to it and internalizes it. And that's where that job stuff comes. But we're likely to go to the worst possible extreme. Step 3 is acceptance. We change, trade emotion for logic. And then when we get to there, we can get to stage 4, which is to flourish under the new conditions.
Under the new conditions. Well, they're all laid out for us here in Managing the Worry Circle. Mine shrank a little bit this morning, thanks to you, Ocean Palmer. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
Pleasure to have you, sir.
Thank you.
And we are coming right back with one final look at your 7-day forecast. Don't worry, it's a good one. Stay with us.